Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 11, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, Cosmic Form of Bhagavan Krishna, verse 44. In the last verse, Arjuna said, Hare Krishna, your glories are incomparable. You are the father of all living and non living beings, or things, whatever it is. Chara, chara. You are the first Guru, the foremost Guru, and hence you are the only one worthy of worshipping in all the three worlds. There is no one equal to you or above you. Hare Krishna. He said this in verse 43. Arjuna is a very intelligent disciple. He is seeking the forgiveness of Bhagavan Krishna, but not giving many choices to him. He gives only three choices: A, B, C. All the three options, Bhagavan Krishna has no option but to condone Arjuna. There is no fourth option. None of the above is not there. Only three options. Verse 44. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya gayam prasadaye tvamagamishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyayarhasi deva sodum. Again. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam prasadaye tvamagamishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyayarhasi deva sodum. Again an excellent verse. Tasmat, therefore, Hare Krishna, Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam. I am surrendering my body. I am prostrating to you. I am putting namaskar to you. This clearly means that he is surrendering his body, mind, and intellect. Because we have already seen this. When you put a namaskar, what first touches the feet is the head. Head is the main reason for your ahankar. I am the greatest fellow. Once you put your head down, then you are finished. Your mind and intellect is surrendered. Hence, Arjuna is here surrendering his body, mind, and intellect. He is falling like a stick without support. Danda Namaskar. He is doing it. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam. Then what he is seeking? Prasadaye tvamagamishamidhyam. He is seeking, Hare Krishna, I am seeking your blessings. Because you are the only one who is worthy of worshipping. Hence he is seeking the blessings of Bhagavan Krishna. After putting namaskar, there is no other way. Only one person, the person has to bless you only. There is no other way. Because he is surrendering. I think now Arjuna cleverly gives three options to Bhagavan Krishna for forgiving him. Piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyarya. So, three options. Piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyarya. That is like a father forgiving his son. Take the example of a strict father, very strict father, and angry person. Anything immediately he will get angry. If his son commits an unpardonable mistake, then he will shout, ask that rascal to get out of this house. No more I can tolerate this fellow. Ask him to get out. I can't live with him. If it is extreme anger, let us assume some fight, some worldly, some debate, argument on politics, let us assume. So father and son got extreme anger. So the father will shout, even if I die, he need not come and do my last rites. The mother will beg, no, he's not that bad. In anger he spoke like that. Young blood, You have to understand. The father will say, you are also supporting him. You also get out of the house. Then she will say, you know how he cried after saying those words? Fearing you, he came to me and told you and said that you please convey my namaskars and say sorry. I should not have said those words, but because of the anger, I said. The father will, no chance. I will not forgive that fellow. Ask him to get out. No, see, the mother will say, mother will always support the son. She will say, no, no, see, he's daily reading. You used to say, no, he's not solving maths problems, etc. He is doing it. I know why he is doing it. His progress report must have come. So he must have failed. That is why he is doing it. He will shout again. Then in the night, wife will put Brahmastra to him. Don't talk like that. I understand he committed a mistake because he should not have spoken those words. But have you not committed such mistakes when you were young? Remember in that function, you shouted at your father in the same way. Your father also said the same words against you. Ask that fellow to get out of the house. Finally, your father forgave you. Did he not pardon you even after you said those words? Now he is young blood. Then father will slowly cool down. He will say, okay, don't say all these things to him. Ask him to behave properly hereafter. The father will say like that. In the midnight, father will say, tomorrow is his birthday, so make suji alwa. He likes that. So son is pardoned by the father after long persuasion. So by the time when the father thinks his father is right, he has two sons who say he is absolutely wrong. So father's anger can be reduced only slowly. Immediately it cannot be reduced. That is the nature of the fathers. Now, Piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu. Sakeva sakyuhu. Take the story of Drona and Drupada. Drupada was son of a king. We all know this story. Slightly I will touch upon to understand the meaning. Drona was a poor Brahmin. Both of them studied together in the same school. Very close friends. Eat together, sit together, sleep together. That kind of a friendship. Drupada used to tell Drona, hey, Drona, don't worry. When I become the king, now I am your Raja. When I become the king, half of the kingdom I will give you. So don't worry about your poor this thing. You will become a king for half of the country. After college was over, they got separated. Drona married and got a son. Still, he was very poor. He came to know that Drupada was made the king of the country. He thought he will get some clerk post in his kingdom so that he can get over the poverty. So he went to meet Drupada, his friend, and called him, hey Saka, when he was sitting in the Rajya Sabha, in the court hall. He said, hey Saka, Hare, Drupada, he called like it. But by that time, Drupada's mind changed. He became arrogant. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. He laughed at Drona. Oh, Brahmin, how dare you call me as Drupada and as your friend? What friendship can be there between a king and a beggar? What a fool you are to presume friendship with a king like me. How can a pauper be a friend of a wealthy man? How can an ignorant fellow can be a friend to a learned scholar? How can a coward can be a friend with a hero? Friendship can exist only between equals. You idiot, you don't know this? You are calling me by name. This simple fact also you don't know, and you are a Brahmin. He laughed at him. Drona was insulted in public. He was put to shame. Later on, Drona taught the techniques of war to both Kauravas and Pandavas. After learning, when they asked what should be given as Guru Dakshina, that is fees for Guru. Drona asked Arjuna to imprison Drupada. Arjuna imprisoned him. When Drupada was brought before him, Drona said, "Hey, Drupada, again I call you Drupada. You are my friend. Don't fear me. I am not here to kill you or imprison you. I still want to be your friend. But you only said equals can be friends. Hence, I will give you half of the kingdom. You still be my friend." Even though Drona pardoned Drupada by teaching a lesson, the scar in both of them did not go away. Both of them became friends again, but still the wound was there in the mind. Point is, in friendship, even if the one pardons the other, the wound created will still be there in the brain, in the mind. It cannot be completely erased. It is easy to make friends, but difficult to maintain it. Once the friendship breaks, even if you join it, the bonding will not be very strong. It will still have that feeling. He's a good friend of mine, but that day he said that. That will always be there in the mind. So this is the second kind of pardon. Third, Priya Priyarya. Priyaya. That is, beloved forgives the mistakes of the beloved. If you truly love somebody, if somebody else truly loves you, then what happens in that situation? Hare Krishna, Arjuna is saying, in childhood, how many mistakes, mischiefs, and misdeeds you have committed. There used to be a big queue outside your house to give complaints against you. Every day. There is a wonderful song on this in Tamil. I'm not going to sing that song, but it is a wonderful song. தாயே யசோதே உந்தன் ஆயர் குலம் துதித்த மாயன் கோபால கிருஷ்ணன் செய்யும் ஜலமதை கேளடி தாயே. Every day, hundreds of people will come, stand outside the house to give complaint, written complaint. In fact, two, three counters were opened by Nandagopa for receiving the complaints. So one will say, my parts are broken. Another will say, he has beaten up my daughter. Another will say, he ate all the butter in my house. The fourth one will say, the cow is missing because Krishna untied it. Another one will say, all the curd vessels have been turned upside down. Everything is on the road. Then another will say, he goes on playing with boys and girls. No one is coming on time for having food or for study. Then another one will say, when that old and sick man was sleeping, he shouted in his ears. And then one more fellow will say, always chatting with Radha. Radha Mother's mother will say, always chatting, not stopping. So Yasoda used to get extremely hungry. So many complaints against the son. But every time when Yasoda was angry, you touched your both the ears with your thumb and index fingers apologetically. Usually children used to do. They will touch both the ears, the bottom of the ear, with their thumb and index finger, saying sorry. Where was that anger for Yashoda Mata? She immediately forgave you. The anger vanished instantly. No explanation was needed. Next day, same mistakes, same mischiefs, same misdeeds, same cue, same action by you, same pardon by Yashoda Mata. She not only forgave you, but forgot the mischiefs and misdeeds of yours. Similarly, Radha Mata also. She forgave your misdeeds every time you said sorry. That too instantly. Because both of them loved you like anything. There is no limit for their love. Here, I am talking. That is, I feel, I think. When Arjuna says, Priya Priyaya, I think it is motherly love or wife's love towards the husband rather than husband's love towards the wife. I'm not saying husbands are not loving their wife, but generally the emotional attachment of the wife towards husband or the mother towards the son is much more, is what I feel. Hence uh, uh, he says, Priya Priyarya, then Asideva Sodu. That is, he says, Sodum Argasi, you must forgive me. He is not giving any option. In the same manner in which Yashoda Mata forgave you, in the same way in which Radha Mata forgave you, even though three options are there for you, Hare Krishna, you must forgive me. You choose option C for me and not the other two. First two buttons, option A and option B, they are freeze, they will not work. That is why Arjuna is cleverly saying Priya Iva Priyaya as the last one, which will stand in Bhagavan Krishna's mind. Verse 44 again.
Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam prasadaye tvamagamishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyaya rasideva sodum. Again. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam prasadaye tvamagamishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyayarhasi deva sodum.
Next verse we will see tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpnamastu.
Narayana 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 Narayana